In the best way possible, this album feels like we got dragged back to 2017 and spray painted yellow. Welcome to A Reno Does Music, where today we're looking at ENMY's first album, Breaking Down. This is a commission from my friend Charles, and he had me check out both albums from this band a while ago, like a long time ago. It's ridiculous how long it took me to do this. I'm so sorry. This band does the very reliable and often enjoyable alternative rock metalcore combo that many bands have held onto for dear life since the mid 2010s, and it takes it for a 10-song ride that's sure to leave you with something to write home about. So, let me do my best to write a review about it. The first song, Damn, gives you every piece of the Octane core puzzle plain and simple, and I think they've got it nailed down fairly solid. The soaring vocals hit the equally elevated growled vocals for good collusion, and I have found myself listening to the song on repeat a few times before I even hit the second track of the album proper. There are definite similarities to recent albums and songs from the like of Atreyu, Memphis May Fire, Asking Alexandria, and more that can be drawn, and while there's no outwardly unique quality in the intro track, we get more identity in the similar but more grounded second track, Burn. Burn takes it back a few steps and sees the clean vocalist let things shine on top of the still brightly burning instrumental tracks. Burn is purely him on the mic, seemingly, but the first song saw the bassist, I think the bassist, come in with some surprisingly girthy growls that wouldn't come back for this song, and I like the contrast between these two parts of the vocal machine. A vocal duo is only at its strongest when both of them can complement each other and work well in separate ways, and we get to see these growls come in exactly when they're needed, not overstaying their welcome and letting him carry things. Speaking of that balance and keeping the rougher element a rare commodity, the third track, Deceiver, keeps this train going with the breakdown being the only time you really get pure vocal focus on the screams, but damn does it sound good, lined up next to that chunky guitar and thicker bass. Speaking of those instrumentals, they managed to stay on par with the vocals with nice synth interjections, continually strong drums, and plenty of surprise moments from the guitar department. Clarity, for example, is probably my favorite song instrumentally for how it utilizes those breaks in between typical alternative rock guitar for the equally reliable and interesting light synth. In terms of the top tier guitar work on this album, Demonize comes to mind with how it effortlessly cuts through everything else in the song for its own spotlight. The constant tension building riffs that melt into the rest of the members had me feeling like I was listening to an anime music video in a tab on my computer. The penultimate song on the deluxe version of the album, Novocaine, feels like a great song to both highlight and lightly criticize the lyricism for this album. A lot of breaking down covers similar ground, a lot of general statements that get crunched into one line or point that usually comes together in the chorus, but just like my focus on relating this band's sound to a general group of bands, they accomplish a general vibe and feeling of these sorts of situations and emotions with a lot of natural ease and avoid sounding too terribly cheesy. It's not a new topic covered in the song, but it still manages to kind of stand out and sound fresh among the dozens and dozens of bands doing the same thing all over the place in the scene. Some earlier songs like Never Healing do lean into more on-the-nose versions of this with less like variation, but I feel like there's even something relatively enjoyable there. ENMY knows exactly what type of music they want to make, and they get the job done time and time again on the album. While they don't stray too far out of the circle they've drawn, the circle has plenty of room for people to come in and vibe with plenty of the all too familiar energy of modern hard rock and metalcore to provide a good opening set of songs for the band's career. For these reasons, Breaking Down by ENMY gets a 7.3 out of 10, and that's a review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. More album reviews are coming on the way. If you're interested in a commission, check out the outro of the video. It's got information there. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.